Welcome back. The Labour Party of South Africa has launched an urgent court application to interdict President Cyril Ramaphosa's national dialogue process. They argue that the process is unconstitutional, irrational, fiscally irresponsible, and excludes the working class. Earlier this month, President Ramaphosa announced the following government engagements with various groups. There was a broad agreement to convene a national dialogue to address the country's challenges. For more on this, we are now joined by Joseph Mathunjwa, who is the leader of the Labour Party. Very good morning to you. Thank you so much for making time for us. Why do you believe that it's unconstitutional?
Good morning to you and good morning to your viewers. Firstly, we believe that any processes when it comes to the funds of the state has to go through the processes of the parliament. It's one thing. Two, this national dialogue, there was no broad consultation. It was just imposed. And then even those eminent persons that they've been selected, those persons, we don't even know which constituency does they represent and who elected him. I think he's just importing what was happening in White House now is bringing in South Africa in a broader spectrum. That is what is doing. And also the issue of the national dialogue that he wants to absolve their 30 years of failure as a government. And also, we've got a bloated parliament of which every political party represents every constituency in South Africa, and every person, those who are in the parliament have been mandated by the South African to deal with these issues. So why does he create a parallel structure, whereas already we are paying for all these MPs? All these social ills that he's talking about is about their failure, sleeping on duty. They must just fix what they've broken. The issue of education and crime in this country, unemployment. That parliament is capable to deal with these issues, and it becoming a norm for him that whenever the country is facing challenges, he comes with commissions. We've got justice systems in this country that they can prosecute. Let's take for an example. We spend about over $1 billion or so on Zondo Commission, and then we have never seen any results. Gender-based violence, he came up with a commission. Each and every crisis that is facing South Africans, he comes with commission of which does not bear any results. So now he's coming with a 700 million, of which we still have got the children, Eastern Cape in particular, where they cross the rivers using drums instead of taking that 700 million and build all necessities in different provinces.
Yeah. The national dialogue, though, it was mooted last year already, and I remember the former president, Thabo Mbeki, speaking about it at one of the human rights commemorations where actually we were celebrating the 30th anniversary of South Africa's democracy. So it didn't come after the US visit.
Irrespective whether it came before Thabo Mbeki, the fact of the matter, it's a parallel structure. It does not have any legislation powers. The challenges that are facing South Africa, it does need a constituency or a platform where there is a legislation power, of which it's a parliament. This is another talk shop that is used to do when it does not to address issues that are affecting every person in South Africa. National dialogue cannot change the constitution, but the parliament, if they sit down, they have got a political will, they can change and see the flaws in our constitution, of which some of the part of this constitution, it does protect criminality in this country.
Yeah. I want to take you to comments that were made by Vincent Magwenya, the spokesperson for the president, in an interview with the Morning Brief FM. He said that this is not President Ramaphosa's project. This is South Africans undertaking to go back to the drawing board and engage and discuss what kind of country we would like to see over the next many years. What do you read into all of that, considering once again that the statement around the process that will be followed actually does come from government itself?
No, it's a PR exercise. It's representing his own jacket and his aspiration. Whom did he consult? There was no consultation. There was no broader consultation in all organization or people of South Africa. So even yourself, you know for the fact that uh, the president hasn't consulted people of South Africa. It's what they discuss amongst themselves. In the nutshell, they want to absolve their failures. So this national dialogue is a confirmation that this administration is running out of ideas. They do not have any idea of how to curb the crime, unemployment, and all social challenges that we are facing in this country. The noble thing that they can do, if they've got time to play, they can just call for the referendum and call a fresh elections.
What do you mean by that?
I mean they failed. It's a failed state. What is it that is working in this country? If you are sitting at youth of over 46% of unemployment, 32% of unemployment, crime, we are killing this country. People are killed. 72 people are killed per day in South Africa. If the state is, I'm quoting, correctly. Education system is dysfunctional. Healthcare system is dysfunctional. Gender-based violence. Children are raped every day. Women are killed every day. Does it need a national dialogue? It does not need a national dialogue. It needs leadership and the parliament to change laws and implement laws that will curb this scourge, of social ills that we are facing in this country. Because they are in the comfort zone, that's why they've got enough time to scheme of national dialogue. The challenges that are faced by us in South Africa does not need a national dialogue. It needs implementation of the laws.